Hello, today we're going to jump into overcapped turrets, how to do it, and if they fire. Alright, so before we jump into how to get overcapped turrets, so as you can see we have 150 turrets in range. So before we jump into how to do that, we need to go over some issues with doing this. So if these fire, the problem with overcapping your turrets, which can be done inside caves, outside caves, wherever, but if you overcap your turrets, you cannot replace turrets until your number drops below the overcapped limit. So if your turrets start getting destroyed, you can't replace them. So be careful of that. Make sure your overcapped turrets are in a place where they won't be overcapped by the time the enemy gets there, because they've destroyed all your other turrets that were overcapping them in the first place. Alright, so how do you actually overcap turrets? It's actually fairly simple. The only thing you have to be careful of is turrets have a detection range. The more turrets you put into the area, the bigger the detection range comes. And it's not just like, okay, so this turret can detect however many foundations away. Now this turret's one foundation back, so now it can detect one more foundation in this direction than the first turret. That is the thing you have to watch for, and that's how you do overcap. But once you've placed, let's say, these turrets, and then you go place turrets over there, now the range for where they detect has also changed. So you can actually end up, if you build wrong, you can end up overcapping without it being a good thing and end up with less than the correct amount of turrets in the area. So, alright, so to overcap turrets, you want to get them set up right. You need to, so you'll, like, there's too many in the area for me to set the turret down, but anyway. What counts as turrets is heavy turrets, light turrets, tech turrets, and explants all count as auto turrets and all count against your 100 turret limit. So if you're in a cave or outside, wherever you are, you want to set up, let's say you want 100 turrets here and 100 turrets somewhere nearby, or you want 50 turrets here, another 50 turrets somewhere else, and then another 50 to get to 150. You don't place a turret down and then go check your next area and then go check your next area. If you do that and you leave those turrets down, you'll change the way turrets are detecting other turrets, and you'll end up without being able to overcap correctly. So what you want to do is, if you're in a cave, you may want to start at the front of the cave and work your way backwards, or start at the back of the cave and work your way forward. But don't go to the middle right away. So we would place a turret here. So say, for instance, we wanted my setup here with the 3 turrets like this. Of course, this is not a good way to set up turrets. Don't do it. But anyway, so you place one. You would place all of these turrets here first. All right, not just one, but all of them. And then you go to the next area. And once here, you would build your next turret tower, or whatever it is. You would place your turrets here, and of course they can still see those turrets. And then once that's done, then you move on, and you place your turrets at the next area. And you can use a turret to check. Unfortunately, there's too many in the area, so this one can't see it. Let's run a little farther. All right, so there we go. We have, now I can see, look at that. If I just a little bit here, 97. 98, and then if I push it there, 69, a little bit farther, and we drop all the way to 50, because that's what's on that wall. So now I can only see that wall. So now we can set up 50 more turrets here if we wanted, because that's all that's on that wall, and that wall would suddenly be overcapped by 200 turrets, right? That's how you do it. Pretty simple. But will they fire if there are overcapped turrets in the area? That's what we got to find out now. So as you can see, these turrets, they see these and the ones in the middle, but the ones in the middle see all of them. Alright, so the turrets in the middle, technically, we would think wouldn't fire, but let's find out. Let's go ahead and unclaim these stegos and let them get shot. Then we'll find out if overcapped turrets will fire. And we had a little mess up on the first test, so yeah. Anyway, before we jump into that real quick, I have a future video coming up comparing tech structures to metal structures and which ones are better for defense, which ones are more resistant to different attacks. Make sure to subscribe for future content so you don't miss any of these tips and tricks type videos. And if you haven't seen it, check out my kill box video to show you how to kill underwater tames pretty easily. Okay, so let's find out if overcapped turrets fire. We're going to unclaim these stegos and watch what happens. Alright, so as you can see, all the turrets on this setup are firing at the stego. I'll go unclaim the others real quick, and before these run out of ammo. So let's get moving. Alright, we'll go over to the other wall that's not capped as well and make sure they fire. Okay, as you can see, the other wall that isn't capped is also firing. Now we have all of the uncapped turrets firing, so will the turrets that are capped fire at the same time? If you're inside a cave, this is probably less important than if you're building on the surface, but yeah, so we'll unclaim this and we'll find out. Alright, and there you go. We have 150 turrets in an area firing all at once. So if a turret can be placed, it will fire. There's no limit on how many turrets will fire at once. There's only a limit on how many can be in an area, and as we showed you, you can force overcaps. Look around them so I can show you that they're all firing. So as you can see, we're looking at all of the turrets, and they are all firing at the same time, and here in just a couple of minutes, they'll be completely drained. But so there you go. Overcapped turrets will definitely fire, and this can be extremely useful, especially when building surface defenses against large amounts of people raiding you. If you enjoyed the video, smash that like button. Have an awesome day.
Orangey. Oh, you know, it's almost kind of like, I think I'm going to end up falling at like a little vein.
Yeah. It's stuck underground. Dig in such a way that you can't jump back out.
Wasn't that, we had that trouble in like 7 Days to Die or something?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't go straight down. Got it. Thanks for letting me pick
All right, right. I was like, where's the tree falling? All right, that's not Valheim.
Oh, you have trauma.
Yeah. Oh, watch out for them trees. Alright, I'm gonna go finish building our base real quick.
Oh, do you want some of the splint and stuff?
I don't know what to do with it.
Okay, I'll hang on to it then.
Oh, it's adventure.
We'll just keep an eye on our time, right?
Yep.
How does this go just chilling? Maybe he's gonna go crazy. Stay on the path lest the shroud can take you. Salvation lies straight ahead. Ooh.
Wait, so if I go over here, am I gonna take it?
Taken. Ooh, I see a creature in the distance. Is your enshrouded going down faster?
No.
Okay.
Maybe just, okay. So maybe you don't actually have to stay on the path.
I'm gonna stand. Ah! The mist, and then suddenly there's somebody.
Oh, is it somebody me?
No, the baddie.
Oh, well, I'm getting hit. Oh, maybe not staying on the path attracts these guys.
Oh, see, there was one over by you, but they wasn't this close.
Oh.
Oh, look at we both missed. Okay, let's get some stamina back.
Stamina's taking a while to recover.
What if it takes longer in here? Horn cloth and a sigil ring of Elder Guard.
Nice, stamina and health. Nice.
Captain Arkwright is engraved. Oh, given to his most loyal commanders. That suggests that this thing we just killed used to be a commander.
Yeah, take the ring.
You sure you don't want it?
And quick it. Nah, go for it.
Okay. Now we killed 2. Was there another thing to loot?
Oh. I looted it already. It just had some basic supplies.
Oh, you sure you don't want the ring?
Nah, go for it.
Oh, cool. Hey, see, I have the on the road buff.